Hello Aries, welcome to my channel, 12 Seasons of Astrology. This is your astrology reading for the month of November 2020. Before I get started, I just wanted to mention the election day is on November 3rd here in the US. Also on November 3rd, Mercury goes direct in Libra. On Friday the 13th, Mars goes direct in Aries. On November 28th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. On November 30th, there's a full moon lunar eclipse. I'll go ahead and get started. On November 9th, Venus in Libra, your 7th house, will oppose Mars in Aries, your 1st house. You might have tension, friction, frustration, or conflict with your committed partner or business partner about your reputation, your demeanor, your behavior, your image, your identity. You could also have conflict about with your business partner or committed partner regarding money as well. On November 10th, the Sun in Scorpio, your 8th house, will trine Neptune in Pisces, your 12th house. You could receive a refund or a payout from your healthcare provider for services you received from either a hospital, rehab, medical testing, whether it's physical or mental therapy, possibly from being overcharged or just poor quality treatment that you received. Or you could be released from rehab or hospital, mental therapy, physical therapy, and receive workers' comp, unemployment benefits, or any type of monetary compensation. Or a burden could be released once you receive your financial aid. On November 12th, Jupiter in Capricorn, your 10th house, will conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, your 10th house. This is the third Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. The first was in March, the second was in June, and this is the third. You'll notice around the same time, or I would say at the end of October, it'll probably be another COVID resurgence, or anytime during the month of November, possibly around Thanksgiving. You'll notice increased government presence or just display of authority or display of power. Corporations versus government, governors versus the mayors, or governors versus the president regarding lockdowns and mandatory masks requirements. On November 13th, I believe that's Friday the 13th, Venus in Libra, your 7th house, will trine the North Node in Gemini, your 3rd house. You might announce that you're in a committed relationship, or you and your business partner may have an idea to work on a writing project or a speaking project in your neighborhood or one of your neighbors, or just in your neighbor or neighborhood. Your committed or business partner could be featured on the news, or your neighbors could be featured on the news, with a lot of positive communication and thoughts about your committed partner or your business partner. You could also sign a contract with your partner, a book deal, a podcast or radio show, or have a show renewed, whether it's for a podcast or radio. On November 14th, there's a new moon in Scorpio, your 8th house, that will sextile Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn. This is a new beginning, a fresh start, a new course of action. You might begin to receive money from a severance, a pension, a government loan that is either it's substantial and it's massive, and it's transformational as well. You could also receive spousal support, an inheritance, child support, any type of financial aid. It could be you could also receive an inheritance that was approved by an executor of the estate. On November 19th, Venus in Libra, your 7th house, which will square Saturn in Capricorn, your 10th house. Looks like your relationship could be on the rocks with your committed partner or business partner, and it looks like you may need to set boundaries that may involve limitations, restrictions, what's prohibited in the relationship, or something about the relationship needs to be structured. Also, you might be in a relationship with someone that you're not compatible with if you have to establish a long set of rules. So just keep that in mind, Aries. On November 17th, Mercury in Scorpio, your 8th house, will oppose Uranus in Taurus, your 2nd house. You may have a dispute with the news regarding money that's owed to you. It might involve either earning money on a website, a blog, a social media platform. You may receive news about owing taxes, or you have to pay higher taxes due to your higher wages. On November 30th, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, your third house. This is a culmination, completion, climax, conclusion that will gradually phase out or just shed away over the next 6 months. Also, a secret could be revealed about your sibling, a cousin, your neighbors, or something about your neighborhood. There's something about your neighborhood that could gradually come to an end within the next 6 months. Maybe one of your neighbors could move away, or if it could be the end of construction in your neighborhood, or end of homes being built in your neighborhood, or completed in your neighborhood. It could be the end of some local small businesses in your neighborhood. Maybe one of your siblings or cousins could be moving away within the next 6 months. You might sell or trade your vehicle or an electronic device within the next 6 months. You may finish your writing project within the next 6 months, or possibly if you're like involved with a podcast or radio show, that could come to an end over the next 6 months. But I would say by the new moon in Gemini, June 10th of 2021, you may start a new podcast show or a new radio show. So keep that in mind as well. Alright, Aries, that's all I have for this reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my other videos that I've posted. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.